Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to make black salt without any charcoal. In here I have some ground black pepper. As you can see, that ground black pepper has another tint to it, another color to it. So with being that you're going to mix this with sea salt, white sea salt, you want your black salt to be dark as possible. Okay, if you have any black food coloring or any type of black dye, that'll work perfectly. If you don't have charcoal already, like me. So right now I'm just gonna pour this in here because I want to make my black pepper a little dark. That's the whole point of it being black pepper, and I just want to make sure, oops, you guys can see. I zoomed in too much. So what I have is a black permanent marker that I have already taken apart. I just simply want the dye out of it. It is black, and we write with black markers all the time. I just simply want the dye, and it was a little dry because it's old, so I just add a little water inside the tube, let it get moistened, and some dye should come out. I might have to add a little more. Yeah, I might have to add a little more. Let me go add a little more water. Like I said, this is pretty old, a pretty old marker of mine, so it's kind of dry, but this is all I have. I always work with what I have, so I'm just squeezing it to the best of my abilities to get whatever I can get out of it. Let me try to stir this up. And of course, you're going to want to let this dry after you finish completing the process. But like I said, this is a permanent marker, so it shouldn't take too long to dry. But if you're using food coloring, any type of dye, it's going to take a little minute. So it has gotten a little bit darker, but I want it to be a little bit more darker because I see a lot of specks in it. Let me go put a little more water in here. I just fill that little container up with water so I can constantly dip this and actually get some dye out of it. Like I said, it's a step or two different from actually using charcoal, but it's using my resources. Try to stir that up. This is much darker than before. Much darker than before. As you can see, there's still some little specks around there, but I'm not going to use any of that. I'm just going to use what mostly took color. And that's actually majority of it. And that is just with a permanent marker, you guys. I know some people might not have the patience to sit here and mess with this ink, but I do. I don't feel like going and buying any charcoal right now. I think this ink about had it. I think that's all I can get, and that is totally fine because that's great. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to transfer some sea salts onto another piece, another paper plate. Before I put that black pepper there, I am going to just pour in my sea salt. I don't want too much sea salt because I don't have a lot of black salt or black pepper. You can always add, but it'll be hard to take away. So if I need more white sea salt in there, I'll put that in there. All I'm about to do now is just transfer this onto the sea salt. Now, when you go to put your dye in there, you can add oil, but your dye already have a natural water base to it, so you really don't need to add any oil to it. But I'm going to add some wish oil, just a drop of wish oil. And matter of fact, let me light my protection incense. I need to bless my ingredients. I always say that you can go ahead and do all the steps and then bless everything, but I have this habit of just, blessing as I go. Okay, so this is a protection incense. I'm just going to bless everything that's on this plate right now with my intention of what I want this black salt to do. I bless this sea salt and this black pepper to combine and create protection or banishing or whatever I need for this black salt to do. I bless the sea salt, I bless this black pepper for protection or banishing or whatever I seek this black salt to do. Bring protection, bring banishment, anything that I ask when I use this salt. Protect. Okay. And you can use ashes as well, but to me they give off a grayish color, but if you want to, write an intention, you can use you can get a brown bag. It doesn't matter what color you use, what color paper you use, but you can use it and write an intention up there and burn it and let the ashes be a part of the salt and the coloring process. That's an idea as well. So where did I just do with my wish oil? Okay, it's hiding. Alright, I'm just going to put a dot of this wish oil. I don't need much because I don't have much. 3 dots. I bless this wish oil to help bring this black salt protection or anything that I ask of it. I bless this wish oil to attract or bring protection to me in my spell work. Alright. I am actually stirring this clockwise. You might actually need to add a little more dye or a little more oil. You can tell when you start to make this, you can tell what you will need, what you need to add into this. How much more color you want, how much more salt you need, how much ground pepper you need. And you see me doing little circles, big circles. They're all are going clockwise. And the other sea salt, some other sea salt back here. That's not gonna stick. What is already sticking is here. But as you can see, let me show you guys a good look at it. This is how it looks. I will post how it looks when it dries. But for right now, I'm just gonna meditate a little more over my intentions. I probably will just let this incense burn near this salt and actually have some of the ashes from the protection incense fall into this salt as it's drying. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Woo, sorry about that. And look at there, stuff still sticks. This is some real protection right here, guys. Well, like I said, I'll post how it looks when it dries. And that's it.